Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Something new from Serge Panchenko. We haven't seen anything from Serge Panchenko for a while, but literally everything that he sends is interesting. This is one of those designers who only creates wild and crazy. So it's not for everybody, but it's stuff that makes me really happy because it is so off the beaten path and often well loved by the community. So very cool. Once I realized his name was on this box, I went back to his Instagram to check and see if he had messaged me about this, and he said, I want to send you a new model. So that's the only information I got. I didn't get any pictures, and I intentionally did not go to his page because I like the mystery of it. I just wanted to see. I want to see this for myself and share this initial first impressions video with you guys. Thanks so much to my patrons for supporting me. Thanks to Serge for sending it in. Links, appropriate links. I'm not going to guarantee this is available now, but it may be available in the future. I'll put the appropriate links in the description. Make sure that your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and cut in here. I'm just going to cut into the back of it. We don't always go, for the box. I just didn't want there to be anything in the box that would ruin this sort of initial first impressions for me. Oh, is it one big pouch or is it two? Oh, it's two pouches. I was wondering, I was like, why is this so heavy? You've sent two. Very fun. Okay. And we have some information here. Now, hold on. I know. Gosh darn it, Complex. We have to use the slider on you because we're not going to sit here and wait for you to read a paper. This is called the Guppy. It's my newest model. A sibling to the Rook. I love it already. A sibling to the Rook? Say no more. But I'll read the rest anyway. It still utilizes the Hawk Lock. I mean, you're saying all the right stuff. These are all the right words. These are all the big green lights and everything, which I license from Gavin Hawk. But instead of using a separate mechanism for the detent, toggle detent is in parentheses, as the Rook does, the detent on the Guppy is built into the lock itself as the older Hawk Locks work. Interesting. I actually don't know anything about that. The benefit of utilizing this style detent is the additional blade deployment option of just pulling the lock button back, which releases the blade. The included Ultim handled Guppy 001 should give you a good idea of what's happening inside. The joy I'm experiencing just from reading that is immeasurable. These snaps are not involved with opening the. I'm sorry. Yes, the first titanium one. Oh boy, let's get the camera down. Let's come in nice and close. Let's get personal with the Guppy here. Okay, first of all, it is extremely, look at that pocket clip. That is so cool and so wonderful. We obviously have a compound, like a wacky compound blade. We also have that sort of, the end result of forging sort of spalting look on the blade, which is cool. I like that. So, the idea here is you can deploy it by pulling down on the lock. That did not do what I thought. Oh, is it because... Oh, I see. Okay, I see what you mean. So this is not something you can do with the toggle detent. So you just pull down here. I see. Look at that blade. How cool is that? Man, that is the most Serge-looking blade. Sorry. Excited spittle. That is the most Serge-looking blade that I have ever seen. I absolutely love this. So now I assume... Oh, that is very satisfying. Now we can also... Oh, yes. Can we... Oh, yes, we can. Yes, we can, folks. We can do all the cool things. Can we? Yes, we can. Awesome. Oh man, this is so freaking cool. I love this little choppy utility. And you know what? I mean, like the big, people are gonna say, oh, the fuller through the middle is gonna make the cutting geometry really. Yeah, okay. But the idea here is obviously to create something that is, plenty capable of being used as a utilitarian cutting apparatus throughout the day, but also just substantially more interesting than your average pocket knife, which it accomplishes. But it accomplishes both of those things, right? So that is super cool. So we have we got the whippy, the cool thing right there. You can deploy it with the this big thumb frisbee, and also you can reverse flick it using the fuller there. I love that. Little tiny battle shovel. That is so cool. Now, let's get out the Ultim one so that we can all look at the inside together. Okay, here we go. What in blue blazes? That's so cool. Oh, man. Look at that. So we have, looks like flame anodized titanium for both the switch and the thumb frisbee, the thumb stud, which also, by the way, oh, it's a different blade shape. Oh boy, okay. So this one does not have all the stuff in it, right? So you can get the more, this is going to be the one that's probably going to be, I mean, it's a fully flat ground blade. So all utility. And then here's the one that's kind of the spicy aesthetic, right? These discs, at least on this one, can it? Hold on a second. Are these exterior stop? This is on this side, but not on this side. Okay, so it looks like it would go in on this side, but here's the problem. The exterior of that circle passes beneath the frame. On this side, it doesn't because there's a position on the titanium that is meant to stop the discs, so it does not go to the other side. Maybe it should, so that the people who want to deploy it that way can, right? As it sits, though, it's just a circle. On this one, there's just no position there. It's a screw that goes straight through to the fuller. So anyways, let's take a look at the internals here so you can see what's happening. So as we push down, there's a little coil spring right there. I love that. Huge fan of coil springs, not a fan of omega springs. So there's no omega spring involved with this at all. And that coil spring is encased completely beneath the scale and in a slot milled into the frame, which is closed off on the underside, it appears. I can't see behind there. Yeah. So this is all, yeah, it's thick enough. It looks like it's just a slot within the titanium. So there's no way for that spring to just like fly out of there. And you can see all the little holes here and what he's done to, kind of lighten the knife up. My God, use words much. The skulls and things here are, I think, just an example of a pattern that he can put on the titanium that's visible because of the transparent nature of Ultim, which I think is actually super duper cool. It's all backed up with titanium anyway. So I think the Ultim versions of these Serge knives, like the Ultim Rook, was extremely sought after. I love the pocket clip on these. These little, like you can push down back here and it releases. These work exceptionally well, because you get the benefit of having the pocket clip insanely tight, meaning it keeps the knife in your pocket. And then when you're ready to release it, you simply lift up. Also, because the end of this is flat and angled down, it is perfect. I mean, ergonomically, it's perfect. So I will own this. If Serge will let me keep this one, very unlikely, considering these are prototypes. Are these satisfying to deploy? Yes. It has that same clicky satisfaction as the Rook. Anybody who owns the Rook, right? There are plenty of people who don't own the Rook who will end up with this. If you own the Rook, this is something that you will want. Absolutely 1000%. This is just, it feels like a cousin or, distant relative, maybe not so distant relative of the Rook. It is very, very cool. I will own this knife. Perhaps I definitely think I want this blade shape, but maybe some textured Ultim, like the Rook that I handled a while back. I chose full titanium in the other one, but maybe if he has that option this time. This is so cool. I love this. I am a gigantic fan of it, and honestly, it makes me want to EDC it. So I have that. There's I don't EDC the Rook. I think it's an awesome knife, but I don't EDC it. But it would be awesome to have a knife in this style, in this genre, I guess, to EDC. Huge fan of that. I don't even know which deployment method I like the most. It really works in a number of different ways. So let's go ahead and measure it real quick, and then I'll also weigh each of them. So the measurement on this guy with this battle shovel blade is actually only 6 1/4 inches, which is amazing, because I want to emphasize this. It's very easy for me to get a full grip on this guy. There's plenty of room. And then there's your Look at your plunge grind there. My God. Excuse me. Blade length is coming in at 2.75. Cutting edge, 2.5. And I think this one will probably end up being exactly the same. Little angry cleaver, 6.75. Is that what I measured on the other one? They're both exactly the same there. Again, blade length's obviously the same, and your cutting edge is still 2.5. Let's weigh them. Let's do Ultim Boy first. Now remember, it's not just the scale, the reduction in weight for the scale, but also the blade will weigh less, definitely. So this will probably be the lightest version. 4 ounces, okay? Titanium battle shovel, mini battle shovel, 4.9. An ounce difference in weight there. Super cool. Super cool. What is the best comparison for size? Let's do a very recognizable budget knife. There you go. That's probably a pretty good representation of size right there for most people. That's a knife that pretty much everybody is familiar with. So, okay. The QSP Penguin, by the way. Very cool. Super exciting. Appropriate links in the description. Is there anything else on this piece of paper? No. That's it. So, go to his Instagram. I mean, I'll put the link to his website there. Go to his Instagram for more information. And obviously, Serge, if he's watching this, can pop down into the comments to provide more information, anything that I missed there, and all of that stuff. So yeah, I will do a review on this knife down the road. Serge, if I'm not meant to keep these, please tell me how I can buy it. If I need to wait in line with everybody else, I will gladly do that. But I have to own this knife. This is awesome. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.